song's about coffee. A good friend of ours deceased. In the cup, 5 to 7 beans. Lives more noble than ours. You know, you talk about a dead friend. When you have coffee, that's who you're talking about. You and I missing. You and I missing. In this conversation, I feel sorry for somebody. The one we're eating. Okay? It's a whole new spin on Alive and the Monty Python skit where you're stuck in this boat and you decided who's going to volunteer to be eaten. Roger, he's got a gummy leg, so you can eat me with a gummy leg, so it's hilarious. But Alive wasn't, though. He got stranded in the mountains. He had to eat somebody. Didn't have to. They didn't need protein. Shit machines. You can go for 2 days without food, 2 weeks without food, 2 or 3 days without water. There's snow everywhere. So they just sat there and waited instead of trying to walk their way out. Yeah. I guess when that happens, maybe you would eat if the person's already dead, you know, and what's the big drama? Well, the Reader's Digest, you sit on the toilet and you read these things back in the 70s and 80s. Humor the best medicine. Laughter the best medicine, and humor section. Little jokes at the end of every show. There were anecdotes, there were stories, digested, encapsulated. Anyway, it isn't me, it isn't you. Missing someone of two, and both of us. So when we meet, the berry juices flow because we're judging the Savior here. Till we meet again. The flesh of a bean, but technically coffee is a berry, it's a fruit. Fruit has flesh. And no one will argue. Who are you and I missing? No one wants to say diamond there, but yeah, because it was all going to diamond, this petroleum. The souls of the answers are going to go right back to electrons that they came from without any of our interference. We escape the carbon that way, but we couldn't wait for our gemstones. Cut up the smallest diamonds we can instead of having, what is it, billions of gallons? Like, you know, billion 45-gallon drums where the petroleum is going to shrink down into what? A million? No, 1,000? It's compression to make diamonds out of petroleum, so, probably 10,000 to 1. What do you think? 20? We can do the science, so we're not really interested in it, sir, because the world had a bulge and it was taking care of it. That's it was shrinking and we came along and drained it. You don't know how bad it's over about the crime. We killed the fucking ocean with our plastic in 30 years, people. Okay, it wasn't bad enough that we were draining all the life out of it. The Grand Banks, you could walk across the God, you could put in a net and it would always come out full. We did nothing but fishermen fighting over the fishing rights. When I was growing up, you know, it's gone, it's dead. We managed to kill the freaking ocean, people, okay? And you keep moving that metal, you're just making it die faster with that goddamn ozone. Your major city ports and your concrete barriers. It just keeps waving those metal boxes at us, okay? We'll play ozone 3 and 2, O2, flange ball with you. It's real funny. Real fucking, who are we missing here? We weren't very sad about the coffee, perhaps we'll do it. Do you not remember the cars? Conserving gas cars. Now everybody's driving around in a pickup truck 3 times the energy of your average car because they might need a pickup truck or because they're on a good deal and they just like to feel hefty with big wheels. Okay, people. You know what the enemy is here? It's overconsumption. This is the new Leviathan. Go ahead and make my day. I'm a peasant. You're rich. Outconsume me. How you move, how you make noise, just outconsume me. You can't walk down the middle of the street. You can't show us how to walk the sidewalks. You see, everybody came up with that. I thought I invented this years ago, but now everybody's doing it. It's so obvious. You can't figure out the obvious sport here. There's too much to leave on someone else. If you have to get there and do it. Never hear public transportation. Take you all day to go on your 15-minute journey. Doctors don't make house calls. Is this your problem? Try wasting fucking boxes around again. I'm gonna tell you, if you can't fix it, I want to talk to your mechanic like you talk to my psychiatrist or something like this. It's gonna help you out of this. Ooh, me? Who's everybody? Yeah, you leave it on those little ones to decide if you should drive around there. The next one is going to be born. The next one is going to exchange all the secrets of what we just had to do these things. Sorry, Dad. I don't think you should be driving anymore. You're too old. Take your license away. Dementia. Perhaps you should just be tested every year, like, When you take the car away from these old people, what do? They realize it's a new world. They informed and finished forming it. I never got my whack fully. I'd like to do some things. I'd like to pave it with my particular gander. The president was in the air all day on 9/11. Did they land him at Gander? No, they're landing every other plane that came over in Gander. Of course, there's that airport that isn't used in... my brother was going on about how much money they spent on an airport that isn't even used. Just on the other side of Gander, if you're approaching North America from the east, I guess is what you would say. So stop capture. This is my air. Your de-icer is going in our glycol geothermal community center wishing well program. Nyuk, nyuk. I've been up for 2 days. You know what it's like being in a mental psychiatry unit where your every move is captured and your doctor's from Russia and doesn't seem to put up with the bullshit that all you Canadian wannabes... I like the landed immigrant here, sir. I think they know what good is and how good they got it to be here. So you can all get the fuck off my continent, and that includes South America. Okay? I asked for 3.7 employed. You gave me 15%. That means 35%, because only 50% of us were employed. 2/3 of us were driving around. Okay? So what are we going to do about the driver on the road? 3.7% from 60%, 66%. So you know what that is? That's dividing by 20. 1 in 20 fucking cars approximately. Let's go to 23 and get really... No, things start breaking down around 22. Maybe 21. 3 times 7, 7 times 3. Septum, I don't want to help you with your brains today. Septum's in your brain. They give you 3 hockey sticks to spin. What the fuck do? You get me really pissed off, okay? Here at the end of the world again. We killed the fucking ocean people.